Great spirits have always encountered violent opposition from mediocre minds. Learn from yesterday, live for today, hope for tomorrow. The important thing is not to stop questioning. The world as we have created it is a process of our thinking. It cannot be changed without changing our thinking. A person who never made a mistake never tried anything new. Try not to become a person of success, but rather try to become a person of value. Gravitation is not responsible for people falling in love. Education is what remains after only us forgotten what one has learned in school. The true sign of intelligence is not knowledge but imagination. Creativity is contagious. Pass it on. Strive not to be a success, but rather to be a value. The measure of intelligence is the ability to change. The only source of knowledge is experience. In the middle of fevering difficulties, opportunity. Life is like riding a bicycle. To keep your balance, you must keep moving. Imagination is more important than knowledge. The difference between genius and stupidity is that genius has its limits. Logic will get you from A to B. Imagination will take you everywhere. We cannot solve our problems with these same thinking voiced when we created them. Everything should be made as simple as possible, but not simpler. Peace cannot be kept by force. It can only be achieved by understanding. The world is a dangerous place to live, not because of the people who are evil, but because of the people who don't do anything about it. A person who never made a mistake never tried anything new. The value of a man should be seen in what he gives and not in what he is able to receive. I have no special talent. I am only passionate curious. It's not that I'm so smart. It's just thought I stay with problems longer. Any intelligent fool can make things bigger, more complex, and more violent. It takes a touch of genius and a lot of courage to move in the opposite direction. The true sign of intelligence is not knowledge but imagination. If you want to live a happy life, tie it to a goal, not to people or things. Education is what remains after one has forgotten what one has learned in school. The most beautiful thing one can experience is mysterious. It is the source of all truth and science. Great spirits have always encountered violent opposition from mediocre minds. Learn from yesterday, live for today, hope for tomorrow. The important thing is not to stop questioning. The world as we have created it is a process of our thinking. It cannot be changed without changing our thinking. A person who never made a mistake never tried anything new. Try not to become a person of success, but rather try to become a person of value. Gravitation is not responsible for people falling in love. Education is what remains after only us forgotten what one has learned in school. The true sign of intelligence is not knowledge but imagination. Creativity is contagious. Pass it on. Strive not to be a success, but rather to be a value. The measure of intelligence is the ability to change. The only source of knowledge is experience. In the middle of fevering difficulties, opportunity. Life is like riding a bicycle. To keep your balance, you must keep moving. Imagination is more important than knowledge. The difference between genius and stupidity is that genius has its limits. Logic will get you from A to B. Imagination will take you everywhere. We cannot solve our problems with these same thinking voiced when we created them. Everything should be made as simple as possible, but not simpler. Peace cannot be kept by force. It can only be achieved by understanding. The world is a dangerous place to live, not because of the people who are evil, but because of the people who don't do anything about it. A person who never made a mistake never tried anything new. The value of a man should be seen in what he gives and not in what he is able to receive. I have no special talent. I am only passionate curious. It's not that I'm so smart. It's just that I stay with problems longer. Any intelligent fool can make things bigger, more complex, and more violent. It takes a touch of genius and a lot of courage to move in the opposite direction. The true sign of intelligence is not knowledge but imagination. If you want to live a happy life, tie it to a goal, not to people or things. Education is what remains after one has forgotten what one has learned in school. The most beautiful thing one can experience is mysterious. It is the source of all truth and science.